Hey YouTubers, this is Joyce from This or That Creations, where I inspire to be original in all you do and just be you. Today I'm participating in the Patriotic Challenge hosted by Theresa B DIY and co-host Sammy with Unicorn Dust Designs. Please make sure to check out their channel, and while you're at it, please check out that playlist link down below with all those amazing DIYers. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. If you enjoy upcycling, trash to treasure, thrift flips for your home, please like and subscribe to my channel. And hey, also, don't forget to hit me up on my socials. Now let's get crafting. Hey all, welcome. Let's start our first DIY. So I got these napkins at the thrift store. They were brand new. I absolutely love them. They are 2-ply, which means you want to take off the second ply. I just love peeling off that back piece. I don't know, there's something so satisfying about it. So here I just have some popsicle sticks. I can't remember if I got them at Dollar Tree or Walmart. We're going to use our Waverly white chalk paint, of course, and we're going to paint both sides. I just pulled out 4 of them. I did the other ones off camera because it is simple, but it takes some time. Then I got these little round pieces at Walmart. Came in a pack of like 8 for $1.67 or something like that. Grab our Waverly crimson. We just want to dry brush on there. You can put it wherever you want. I just kind of go with it. I tell you guys all the time what I like, but neither, none of them will be the same. They'll all be different, and I like that character. I just did the same thing to the round piece. We're going to use our Pure Ocean, Pure Blue. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up and let you know. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to dry brush. I like to go heavier in some spots, lighter in others. Get a little shadow around the edges. Just gives it more character, I think. Of course, we're going to add it to our little circle as well. And we'll flip them over because we're going to use our napkin now. I'm not going to run out of Mod Podge anytime soon. You can cut this however you like. You could do all of the stars, mix and match. After we cut the piece to fit our popsicle stick, we're just going to place some Mod Podge on there. Obvious, right? You do want, you want to make sure you don't rub. You just want to lightly pat. Oh, good heavens, this girl and her words lately. Now you do want to have those set aside to dry. Then we're going to grab that little nail file I get from the Dollar Tree. Absolutely love it. I love to use it for my sanding projects, especially things like this. It comes off so simple. You can see my little dog in the background walking around. They're always with me. Now I've shown you there that you can see both sides. One has a napkin. The other side has a dry brush effect we just did. You do need 2 of them. I'm just showing you there that one side's dry brush, one's napkin. So I picked this up for 99 cents at the Goodwill. I love the shape of that little coffee mug. There's a little leftover piece I got from the thrift store. I got a pack of these for 50 cents, people. Love it. Thrift stores are your friend. Now I need to shape it and make it smaller with a complete mess. I don't know why I couldn't get straight cuts or semi. We want to put it into our mug, so I'm just going to put tons of hot glue in there. Look, voila, there it is. Now I have this dowel I got from the Dollar Tree, I believe, but I could not get it cut with my shears, so I just scored it and then broke it off, and I sanded the end. So grab my baby wipe, my Waverly antique wax, and just rub right onto that dowel. Super simple. Pretty obvious. I also have this chopstick. Yes, people give me stuff all the time. Yes, a chopstick. So now I just measured how big I wanted the pieces. to start my flower. That's what we're making, yes people, flower. Patriotic flower. And this, you want one piece as a template, keep continuing to cut all of them. And I'm like, which way do I want this? Make sure to place it down right. I'm just gonna use my bigger pieces and glue them on. The one thing I did mess up on is I didn't pay attention to what I was laying down on the napkin side, meaning like the stars, the big star, little stars. And I wish I would have to get them spread out evenly, but it still turned out cute. Now we're just gonna take the little pieces, the ends of what we cut off, and use those. We're gonna go between every big one. Look at how cute both sides are. You can switch this around and use it for either side. And do you think I got enough hot glue on that? I mean, I might go somewhere. It just might fall off, apparently. We're gonna glue the end of our dowel and then glue the little strip on our flower. You can see better than what I can speak, apparently. Get all those little glue spider webs off. I hate those things. Now I'm just going to take another popsicle stick and glue over that dowel so you can't see it on that side. I did a simple shoelace bow. I was struggling, people, with bows this day, just like I am speaking right now. I'm going to take my Rick Rack, I'm just going to twist it in a knot and glue it to the back of my bow. I'm going to glue that right onto the center. Super simple. And I have these little stickers I didn't show you. They were in the picture before. Take a little star and put it in the center of my bow. They are a little too long, so I'm just going to chop off that Rick Rack. I'm going to grab my Spanish moss, fill up my little mug. No, I'm not going to glue it in. That way you can change it around if you want. Look at that, it just popped right across the room. Now right here I'm taking some blue rope I had got from the thrift store. Wrap around my fingers like 3 or 4 times. Pinch it together, take some twine, tie it tight in the middle. I'm telling you, I was struggling with bows and knots that day. Once again, wrap around 3 or 4 times. Scissors, people, scissors. Oh, no, wait, twine. Pinch it together in the center and tie that twine tightly. Cut off your excess twine. You're going to put one on top of the other to make a flower. Spread it out a little bit to your desire. Next, I'm going to take some more of that blue rope again and just place it around my mug, just to give it a little more character. Tie a little basic knot. Don't worry, I will use the extra pieces I waste. We're going to glue on one of those little stars again. The great thing about this project is you can turn it from the napkin side or the dry brush side. I'm just gonna write with my little chalk thing I got from the Dollar Tree thing, chalk marker, whatever, chalk stick, write USA with a little heart. Place it right in and there you go. Super cute. I hope this inspires you. All right, guys, DIY number 2, let freedom ring. I got these little glass pieces at the thrift store, 4 for $1. I already did one. You can see the red one in the background just to test it out. I'm gonna sand my pieces off just so our paint will adhere better. Adhere, that's the word. And I got alcohol in this little bottle I got from the Dollar Tree. Works perfectly. I got the tip from a previous DIYer. Just wipe those down. And we're gonna use our Mod Podge, our big old thing of Mod Podge. You wanna cover the whole pieces with the Mod Podge just to help the paint stick better. We'll do both pieces and cover them completely. And we're gonna use our handy dandy heat tool to help speed up the process along, of course. I love this thing. I'll leave the link down below. Now I'm just using my Waverly white chalk paint. I was showing you guys in the camera, but apparently I was pointing it to the sky. You couldn't see it anyway. So both pieces we're gonna paint completely with our Waverly white chalk paint. Just one coat. And dry again. Now I'm using some glue that I got from the Dollar Tree. We're just gonna put it all over different areas. My hope is to get the chippy look. Doesn't work out as well as I was hoping and has previously, but it still worked. You're gonna do that to both pieces again. Then use this little paintbrush that broke off. I'm not gonna throw it away, I'm gonna use it. Are any of you like that? Keep those pieces? So I heard the technique is not to spread it too much. I think I did, but hey, it still turned out cute anyway. Gonna go ahead and use our blue. We're gonna cover this one up completely. We're gonna leave the other one white. You'll see that in a minute. I jumped ahead a little bit. Then you want to grab your heat tool and dry it right away to try to get that crackling effect. It did work in some areas, and some areas it did not. I probably used the brush too much and spread it out too much. Lesson learned. We're gonna do the same thing with our white one. I'm trying to just go in one direction and not smear it too much, but I will perfect this. That is my goal. Now I'm just covering it with Waverly white chalk paint again and drying it. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure to give a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Now these little pieces I got in a goodie bag at the Goodwill with some little flower pots and bowls, and these pieces. I love the goodie bags at the Goodwill. So we're gonna cover one white and one blue. Then I was like, I'm gonna dry brush some white on here just to give it a little something something. Because I always do that. Just grab our hot glue. We're gonna stick it right on top. Yes, it's going to be a bell. They're cute just like that. Then I'm going to use some twine and glue around the top. And I'm going to grab my glue finger because this girl's learned a few times. Took me a few times, but I finally did learn to use them. We're just going to wrap around. You can do as little as much as you like. That's just to cover up the piece from where you glued it. You could use a different color ribbon if you prefer. I just grabbed the twine because it's close by. Look how cute. Then we're going to use our Waverly antique wax from the lid, of course, and a baby. Nope, I'm using a paper towel right now. Decided I'd give it some more character. So I just start rubbing it on, and in a minute you'll see. I think I rubbed a little bit too much on there. Did not like it. Wanted to kind of give it the aged belle worn look. I'm like, So I grabbed a baby wipe and started wiping it off just to give it a little bit of effect. And I decided to put Waverly antique wax on the blue and the red one. And it does make them look really aged and old. I do like that. So I got these little stamps. Once again, I tried to show them to you in the camera, but I pointed them to the sky. I don't know. So I will leave that link down below. I got them off of Amazon. And I have the permanent ink. So we're just going to spell "Let Freedom Ring." In case you didn't just figure that out already, I'm going to help you. I do love these stamps. I wish they were a little bigger. It would have been cute just to leave them all white and did a dry brush effect, red and white. That would have been cute too. So there's an idea for you if you don't like this one. And I did not do them perfectly. I wanted them to be a little off, the wording. And you can't see it really well in here. But look how cute. I hope it inspires you. All right, DIY number 3, Firecracker. So I got these pieces at the thrift store, and some of the wood pieces I just had in my shop. I'm not sure where I got them from. Look at these cute little blocks. I remember those when I was a kid. So I have this piece I got for 50 cents. But I do think I need to sand it down a little bit. It has a little bit of rough edges. But I like the worn look, so I don't want to go too crazy. I'm going to use, of course, that little nail file from the Dollar Tree. If you don't have one of these, I suggest you get one. They work amazing. These are the pieces. I have no idea where I got them. They're just there. So I'm going to grab my drill, and we're just going to drill in a little hole. And I'll show you why later. Deciding what side I like best. I love using power tools. I have this cordless, well, it's actually my husband's drill. I really like my quarter one better though. I think it has more power. So we're gonna paint these, of course, you guessed it, with our Waverly white chalk paint. You get full coverage, but you're not gonna do more than one coat, or you can. I'm not, because I like the wood to kind of show through. And of course, I'm going to dry brush some white on this wood piece. You could leave it plain if you like. I like the white look on there, dry brushing it. Personal preference. You know what I say, you be you. I love how it turned out actually. This one is actually my favorite of all three. So I'm just going to paint those pieces white, those little blocks. And we're going to go ahead and do the same theme. Dry brush some red onto these pieces of wood. I have this wire. I have a red wire, a rusty looking wire, and then just a silver wire. We're going to use those. So we're going to take all three pieces together, bend them in half. Then we're gonna twist. We wanna get them all together tightly so we can, like, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say, people? Glue them in those little holes that we drilled. Take my needle nose pliers just to help me twist it a little tighter and smaller. Take a pencil, you're gonna wrap it around to make a curlicue. You'll do it to all your strands. You could do as many strands as you want, and as full as you want, I should say. But I don't want perfection. I want them to look a little natural. So hard to see on the video, I apologize. Glue our wood pieces in. Of course, we're not using it as a candle holder. Take our little wire pieces that we make curlicues, glue them on the top. You could see that if I was in camera and view. Put some glue in the hole and glue on the wires just to hold them in better. Oh, hold it in till it dries. We're gonna use our blue again, and you guessed it, we're gonna dry brush some blue on there. I only wanna do the tops of these firecrackers. Oh, wait, just kidding, back up. We're gonna put we're gonna put blue on our lettering. So I'm just gonna color the U, the S, and the A. Leave the rest white. Look at me concentrating so much. Yes, I know my head's in the picture. I did not set up my camera view very well. My bad, but I made the projects, so we're going with it. Some days you're just a little off. Okay, most days I'm a little off. This one was especially off. Then I decided to give it dimension and character. I would just dry brush a little bit around the edges just to define it a little more. And glue these babies on. I love those blocks. It's just funny. The memories you have playing with those. I got those at the thrift store too. Really wish I would have set up my camera better. Lesson learned. We're gonna grab some more of our Spanish moss. You could use a ribbon or something different. I like the way it looked. We're just gonna place it in those holes where you can see around our firecrackers. This is what I was talking about before. We're gonna dry brush at the top of our firecrackers some blue. Just gives it a little more character in my opinion and dimension. Defines it a little better. This is super cute. I love this one. I hope it inspires you. Super cute. I love it. I hope you guys have a good day. Remember, be original all you do and just be you.